Hey guys, Matt Master here, and this is a deck profile for a deck I've been trying out for a while. I finally got all the cards together, well, just about all the cards. This is Subterror. It is the TCG archetype. I believe it was released during Dark Illusions. Yeah, the Dark Illusions. Um, Alongside Spirals. I preferred Subterrors over Spirals. Spirals is okay, but yeah, its mechanic is okay. For Spirals is okay. I just don't like the reliance on your opponent's cards. I know people don't like Subterrors because they're flip monsters, but after their Maximum Crisis cards, which is Fiendness, Steliogeist, Phosphor Glacia, and Final Battle, especially Fiendness and Final Battle, they deck no longer has to rely on Protection Princesses and is finally its own specific archetype. Well, it's always been its archetype, but now can run majorly on just the Subterror engine. So let's get into this. Just the main deck, not really any side deck, but or extra. But let's just get right into this. Triple Phoenix. Phoenix is one of the new cards, really good. When she is on the field or in the hand, your opponent activates a card. You can target a Subterror monster you control, flip it face down, and negate the effect. It's actually negate the effect and then flip it face down, I believe. Let me just double check. Yes, negate the activation and then flip the target monster. So it's not if you can't flip it face down, you can't negate it, but negate first and then you flip it. And then while she's on the field, you can target the Subterror monster you control, including yourself. Set it and then special summon a Subterror in your hand or graveyard in face up attack and face up defense or face down defense position. So really good. It gets your engine going and is definitely a good staple in the deck. Next is two Nemesis Warrior. I just have to move my mouse sometimes or the screen will go black and stop the recording. Nemesis Warrior is really good. 1800 attack, great number summoning monster. I would possibly run this at 3. Just have to go through the deck and see what I want to cut. Really good. When he's on the field, you can send a Subterror monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can tribute it in one other, up to one other monster, one or more monsters equal whose levels equal to or exceed that sent monster's level, and then you special summon that monster. And then when a Subterror monster once per turn is flip face up, you can special summon this monster from your graveyard. So it recurs itself. Its tributing is pretty good. It's always been one of the better cards that we've ever gotten from Subterrors. The ones from the first set, really good. Second set's okay. Third set, It's mostly the first and last sets that were the best cards. Second and third have been just okay. Speaking of other set 2, we have Archer. Archer's okay. When you have another Subterror monster you control on the field and she attacks opponent's monster, before damage calc, you can send that monster to the return the monster to the deck. So that's really good. I'd possibly I really only have her in here because of the True King engine. I would cut her down to 1 if I didn't have it, but since I have the True King engine, I want to keep it at 2 because when she's destroyed on the field, or yeah, when she's destroyed by battle or card effect on the field, and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Subterror monster from your deck to your side of the field. So that's really good. If it was just destroyed and sent to the graveyard, it'd be even better, or just sent to the graveyard in general, because you have to dedicate your normal summon of her to your side of the field first to use the True King engine, which I am running in here, to to actually get its effect off, her effect off. Besides that, decent good. Spinning your opponent's monster back to the deck is always good. That's it for the Nemesis. I don't run Defender. Defender's at best. Yeah, Defender's not good at all, really. Triple Umastrix. Just to let you know before I go into more detail, the Behemoths, if you don't know, they have the ability to set themselves once per turn. If they're face up, they can set themselves face down. And that's each individual card, not like if I have 2 of these, they can both do it. It's not the same, only one Umastrix can use its effect. And then if one of my Subterrors on the field is flip face down, I have no face up monsters, I can special summon another one from my hand to my side of the field. So that's really good. Once you get, it really helps it out. Once you get the engine going of flipping your monsters face down, just summoning more out, that's where the deck really thrives. It's just starting the engine was what the trouble was all before. So Umastrix, flip face up. You can target card your opponent controls, monster your opponent controls, and then banish it. Really good. Be better if it was, be better either if it didn't, if it still was for monsters, just didn't target, or if it just, you know, just target any card. But still, overall, really good card. Banishing your opponent's cards is always good in the game. Next is 2 Stalagma. You store in the set 3. Stalagma is really good. Discard a card from your hand, discard a Subterror from your hand, and just Destiny draw. Really good. Be even better if it was just discard a card, but, you know, still amazing. 2 Phosphate Glacia. New card in the deck. Personally, I think this should have been a super. Just not a common, but still really good. Or at least a rare. Sends a card from your deck to the graveyard, and then it's 2600, 2500. If you use Final Battle, he'll be the highest attacking monster with 51 or 5100 attack points, or 5100 defense points. And, you know, just overall, really good card. You want to ditch, usually you want to ditch Warrior to the grave so you can have his recurring factor, or you can really send any other card, because I do play any other Subterror, but I do play Cave Clash in here, and it re-adds any card from your from the graveyard if you deal damage. But we'll get into that later. Two of the big level 12 guy. His name is just really hard to pronounce, like Ultra Flux something, Fuss something. When you split face up, set all face up monsters to face down defense position. So what you do, you mostly use him for the combo with your Hidden City when they attack, and then just end the battle phase. And then finally, one Stego Kraken. It's okay. It pops set cards on the field equal to the number of behemoths you have. So if I have 2, I can pop 2. But if I if they don't have 2 set cards, I can't use it. So if it was up to the number and not equal, it'd be great. But since it's only since it's equal, I end up sometimes having to pop my own back row just to ruin my opponents, which is okay. But you know, it's not optimal. That's why I only run them at 1. And that's it for the Subterror monsters. Running into the rest of the cards, I do have the True King engine. Just the 3 Earth Guy, you know, Mr. Hard to pronounce. Sorry about the camera shaking. Currently moving. Setup is a bit weird. And it's just me hitting my desk by accident. Might go into focus for a little bit. But, you know, True King engine's okay. Nope, really good just to cycle out your monsters. Get it on the field. Use Archer's Effect. It's another monster. If you have Warrior, you can send both of these to graveyard. Start off your Subterror engine for it. Possibly you might want to run another one if you're going to run if you do want to run the 9th level Subterror. That's not really that good. It's brain control, but if you're going to go for a more level 9 XZ build with the True Kings, you can do that, but I prefer just doing this. Next, 2 Gamma Seal, really good. Kaijus are good in this format, and 1 Ghost Dogi just for another hand trap. And that's it for the monsters. I believe it's 24 monsters or something along that line. Onto the spells, triple the Hidden City, and triple Terraforming. You know, gotta run Terraforming for it. When it's played, you can add a Subterror monster from your deck to your hand. Really good. Once per turn, you can target 1 face down Subterror you control and flip it face up. I believe is it just Subterror or is it any monster? Nope. It is Subterrors. And you can flip it face up. Always good because if you flip yours face down by their effect, you can use that to flip it back up, or you can flip it back up from face down, and you know, all that stuff. And then whenever your opponent attacks, you can flip a Subterror face down Subterror face up, and then negate the attack. If it's not the battle phase, that even better, but that's why you have the one that sets all your opponent's monsters. Or you can just Umastrix and then just you know, pop anything else that's you know, could be a problem with the rest of the attacks. Sorry about the cough. Next is 2 Subterror Cave Clash. Really good. Increases all your Subterrors by 500 for each set monster on the field. So you can bump it up really high. And then whenever your Subterror monsters inflict battle damage once per turn, you can add a Subterror card from your graveyard to your hand except for itself. So you can recycle any of your monsters, any of your traps. Really good. It'd be even better if there were other Subterror spell cards as well, or if Hidden City counted as that, because that would be amazing. Because if you lose your hidden cities early on, the late game is a bit hard. And finishing up with the spells, 1 Book of Moon, 1 for 1 to search out your Venus. 1 Reasoning, because the archetype is levels 1 through 12, and if they don't know what you're playing, they're gonna call 1 because they think you're playing like 1 or 4, because they'll probably think you're playing, I don't know, Infernoid or whatever mill type deck. And 1's easiest. Worst comes to worst, you hit a Venus, but really you hit anything else and you're guaranteed to have it on the field. 1 soul charge for late game, or late game and board wipes. That's really where the deck fails for. And 1 instant fusion for Raijin, because Raijin, you can summon him, use his effect to Book of Moon himself. He doesn't get destroyed because he's not face up. And then you can start your engine because a monster was set. And that's it for the spells. And to finish up with the traps, I run 2 Cave Clash and 2 Burrowing. I know people don't really like Burrowing. I like it. Let's go through Cave Clash first. Cave Clash has 4 effects, and every time you use them, you can set it face down. You can either flip up a set Subterror, set a face up Subterror, increase the attack and defense of a Subterror monster by its attack and defense, so they equal together, and they equal to that. So like Warrior is 18 attack, 1200 defense. Its attack and defense become 3000. And then its last effect is the effects of Subterrors cannot be negated this turn. Really good. And then it sets itself face down. What I would possibly bump this up to 3 instead of maybe running these, or at least only 1 of these. Maybe go like 3 and 1 if you want. I've seen people run Tumble with the Kings with this because it sets itself. Oop. And you can activate multiple copies of this. You can only activate each effect once per turn. So you can play 3 of these in a Temple of the King, have them all set, flip them face up, and then use Temple of the King to flip another one because you technically did set it that turn. So it's really good. Burrowing's okay. It would be better if you didn't have to banish for cost with its first effect. First effect is you banish a Subterror from your graveyard. For the rest of that turn, set Subterror monster you control. It's just something. Nope. And all face down monsters you control cannot be targeted or destroyed by opponent's card effects. Really good. If this card's destroyed while in the field, you can add a Subterror card from your deck to your hand, and once per turn you can banish this card from your graveyard, and then set a Subterror. So overall, it's not that bad of a card if it didn't have that first banishing cost. But even besides that, I like it. So that's it for the deck. Don't really have a side deck, just a few cards I put together. The only cards for a side that really matter for me is a Stelliogeist. Just another main deck beater. It's 3000. Pushes over Masterpiece by 50. Still really good. And then if you want to use its effect when it's flipped up, you target 1 set card, flip it face up, attack it, and its attack and defense becomes 0. Its attack becomes 0. So if you want to really push for game, just flip something up and destroy it. Another Ghost Dogi. Really good. System down just for random machines. Twin Twister. I have Soul Drain in here, but I'm probably going to take that out because I realize the graveyard's really good for me. 2 Maskers Restrict and 2 Quaking. Just a random side deck. Extra deck besides Raijin. There's nothing really else you specifically need besides Raijin in True King of all Calamities, because you do have level 9s. But besides that, extra deck is really up to player's preference, and you don't really need one besides that at all. This is going to be a decent deck going into link formats because it doesn't rely on the extra deck at all. And really, that's it. It's a fun deck. I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know how you felt about it in the comment section. Please like, comment, subscribe, and remember guys, peace out. Keep doing